Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Now it's the Boise State alone, Jay Ajayi. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
120. Sunday.
Wentz now on first down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And once again, they go with Sproles. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
72.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, here's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down.
Hey, let's go. Trick front. 372. Hey. Spread right, 72.
Fournette, a first down carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
81, 81. Liz.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On 1st down, Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Blair Brown in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Wentz going to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep is DJ Chark. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Lefty, lefty.
Now Wentz on third down. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it alongside the former defensive back, Charles Davis. So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. 49 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 42 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They fake the give. Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Bortles. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, spread left. Spread left.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now Sproles. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The Jaguars getting set to go. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here. They can go ahead and do it.
Keeps himself upright, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. There's the first NFL catch for DJ Shark, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Buying time to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Throwing on first is Wentz. Staying on his feet. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Switch. Hey, great 57. Mike, 44. Wrap. Defense, no game. Two jet.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz again. Aguilar has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Come on. Hey, we got it. Hey, stash. What's this one?
Wentz now on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
11B. Reset.
Bortles now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
Here we go.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Sproles, the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. able to get away. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Eagles on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and a mile. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They run with Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
On the line. Down the man inside, down the man.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. There the Eagles are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
4 down, 4 down. It's all right, it's all right.
Here's a give to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike 39, Lucy.
58 to Mike.
Hey, spread left. Spread left.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
3 down, 3 down.
Mike 39, Lucy. 11B, 11B.
Check.
11B, 11B.
Now Bortles. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
There we go, back. 120!
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's go, great. Down in man inside, down in man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Black. Hey, stat.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Great.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey.
82. What's your son?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch 86.
Here we go. 81.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Fights off the defender. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
44th Mike. 44th Mike. Check.
Ram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen.
Let's go. Great.
Hey, 4 down.
Lynch.
Jam.
Great.
Check the guard.
Now it's Ajayi. And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Lefty.
You got 4.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Ajayi. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now Wentz. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Switch.
A toss to the scat band. This is Darren Sproles. Oh, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Set. Green 80. Green is set.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Short's got it, left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
372.
A handoff to Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
73, 73. Set. Green 80.
Watch the twist.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
4 down.
Running left, it's Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Omaha.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Check.
Move.
Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Lucy.
58.
Hank.
Let's get out there.
Green is set.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Right.
Green is set.
A handoff, Fournette running left. Room to run again. And he'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Wentz to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. He finds an opening past the 40. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into it.
Got a man, it's caught. inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. To throw is Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Let's go, let's go.
4 down. Check, check. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with it, so it doesn't matter, but that...
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to